Hey yo, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be checking out the new Cymatics beta pack called Pharaoh. This is just a short sample of the pack that's going to be coming out in the future. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive into this pack, make a couple of beats using this pack, and if you do want it, it will be in the description below. But before we do get into it, if you are new here, please consider subscribing, click that notification bell as well. We do presets, VSTs, sample packs, we do all sorts on here for music producers. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you click that subscribe button. If you are already a subscriber, make sure you click that notification bell, because I always hear about a bunch of you guys not receiving notifications, and that might be the reason. With all that being said, let's hop into the MacBook. So as you should be able to see now, we are in my MacBook. More specifically, we are on the Cymatics website. So the download link in the description below will take you to this website. Simple enough just to click the download button to get the beta pack. As it shows here, you'll get 169 different samples in that beta pack, and it breaks it down of what you get, how many claps, how many rim shots, melodies, etc, etc. So what's really good about this pack is that you get the midis. Midis are kind of like gold dust when it comes to free sample packs. Normally you just get the stems or the full loops. So once you download the pack, it'll look a little bit like this. It will look like you have 7 folders here. The ones with unreleased in the brackets, that is for the full pack. So once you buy the full pack when it's out, these will be included in that pack, but they are not included in the beta. So rather than flicking through every individual sound like I have been guilty of doing in the past, which can get a bit boring, what I'm going to do is going to make a couple beats using the pack, and in doing that it will show you what's in the pack if you want to get it yourself. So what I've done is actually what I've been doing in my last few videos. I've been pre-making the beats and then running through the beats that I've made just to show you guys what I did, rather than making it on the spot, because when I do make beats on the spot, my CPU on my MacBook just goes through the roof, makes a load of noise and kind of ruins the videos. So what I'm going to do now is just flick through the projects that I've made using this pack, show you guys what I did. Hopefully you feel inspired by that and drop a like on the video. So for the first project, I just dove into the melodies here, flicked through a few. So yeah, I heard that mummy one and I thought, yo, this sounds fire, I'm going to use this one. So I clicked through the stems, onto the actual project, because I wanted to master each sound individually. Then I sorted out some drums from the pack. So yeah, there's a few cool effects in there. Here are the other stems I threw in as well that you might not have heard in the actual loop. Next up was the 808, and just a little secret between you and I didn't use any 808s from this pack, but the 808s in the sample pack are very, very good. I specifically like the Attitude one. It sounds like, there you go, it sounds like most of the tracks from TikTok. So I added halftime for the main melody on the intro. I do this a lot. It kind of gives a different aspect to your intro rather than playing the exact same melody all the way through. It kind of gives the illusion that it's a different melody or a different sound. So I threw halftime onto that, and this is what it sounds like. So as you can see here, I used the demo version of Halftime, absolutely free. I might drop a link for that in the description below, but I'm guessing you already have it by now. But yeah, that was pretty much it for this whole project. It's not finished by all means, the levels are not right. It is not by any stretch of the imagination finished. I want to add some counter melodies of my own rather than just using these stems. But this is what it sounds like so far. So yeah, here's what the second project looks like. Rather than using stems on this one, I chose to go with the MIDI. So once again, I was flicking through the melodies and I came across this one here. I find with MIDI, you can take it as many directions as you like. You can move the notes up and down or change pitch a lot more easier or add melodies a lot more easier when you can with stems. It was originally at 166 BPM, but I dropped it down to 150. I used the tape piano sound for like a vintage piano sound. So I took that MIDI and made my own counter melody. Then I started to work on some drums. Very simple drums, nothing too crazy. Also found a nice ambient sound in there as well as some effects. Like I said in my previous videos, if you do need some drum loops, then just feel free to YouTube to MP3 convert this. If you need inspiration, there is a drum loops pack here. So next up was the 808. Very basic, but sounds nice in the project. Actually there is another thing, last but not least, I used these two effects here in the middle as a nice little transition. So yeah, that's actually it for that project. If you do want to know what it sounds like, it will play after the outro. But before we do get into the outro, in my last video, I says to you guys, if you comment super chilled in the comments below, I will give you a shout out in my next video. This is that next video, and here are the people that commented super chilled. So yeah, big up those people for typing in super chilled in my last video. If you do want to shout out in my next video, all you have to do is comment Temple in the comments below. That is it, Temple in the comments below. Like this video as well, obviously, and you'll get a shout out in my next video. With all that being said, let's get into the outro. So that is it for today's video. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed me making those beats. Hopefully it kind of inspired you to make your own. Big up Cymatics every single time for putting out these packs, especially the free ones, as it helps with guys that can't really invest in their music at the moment. So big up Cymatics for that. If you do want the pack, it'll be in the description below as always. Thank you once again for spending your time here on the channel. I really appreciate you guys, especially for the guys that join me in the premieres as well. A special big up to you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.